Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good Friday morning. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Let's see here. We got Larry Gaunt. Says, morning, everyone. Heading out for our trip back Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. All right. Safe travels to you, Larry. Have a good weekend. Darren Bird's in the house. Happy Friday, Darren. John Howard. Good morning, sir. Mr. Lindsay's here. He says, morning, y'all. 52 degrees and cloudy in southern Oregon. Looking at rain all day and only 64 for a high later. I don't know. I'd almost trade you, even with even with the rain. It's man, I tell you what, we got a good rain the other day, and I took my little moisture meter thing out there and checked, and I thought, well, we got that rain, so I probably won't have to water them. Man, I still had to water them, so it is just super hot out there. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Good morning, Troy. Steve Kronsky, good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up. Got a couple of them over there. Clyde CNC's here. Good morning, Clyde. Dennis Nolan, good morning. Gary Hammett. Wilson Rubottom, good morning. George says hello, TGIF. Yep. And Thomas Grimm is here. Good morning. Yeah, it's man, I have I planned on doing that live stream later this afternoon, and I went out there to kind of start getting stuff set up for it yesterday, and it just so happened I was out there at about 3:00, which is when I plan on doing the live stream. And I'm like, holy cow, what was I thinking? It was 90 degrees out there in the shop, and of course I went around back and got my other fan. I have that little box fan that I keep in the window, and it feels good if you're standing in a certain spot. It'll because you can feel a little breeze, but from where I'm going to be standing, I'm just out of that spot, so I went around back and got the other fan. And I guess it'll be all right, but man, it's going to be pretty toasty out there today about the time I'm trying to do that. But anyway, it'll be fun, I think. I think it'll be fun. I always like doing those kind of live streams where I'm out there piddling, so they're a lot of fun. Probably be more fun for everybody watching than for me, but they're still fun. But anyway, what's everybody got playing this weekend? We've got Joanne, my meteorologist, said, I think she said starting, it was real comforting the way she put it. She said starting Saturday, I think we're supposed to have a high of 92, but she says the humidity and the dew point should be down. So when it says 92 degrees, that means it'll feel like 92, not 102. So yeah, that's really, really comforting there that it's only going to feel like 92. But I guess it will feel. You get past 85. That's pretty hot for me. It's all the same after that, I think. But other than that, not much going on here. Going to do the live stream today at 3. Going to do the live stream tomorrow night, like we always do, at 9 p.m. Eastern. Give away another Genie bid, I reckon, and that's always fun. So that's about it. Sunday, I'll probably just recuperate a little bit and not do much of nothing. Jack, he's probably going to do not much of nothing all them days. He's it's He's boy. He wanted to go outside again, just like he likes his routine. He likes to get up and run out there and bark at that fox or whatever it is that's out there, and then he comes in and he's just wiped out the rest of the day. Comes in all tongue hanging out and just really pretty much wiped out. I think my looking at my little Elgato Stream Deck here. I don't know what the deal is with that stupid thing. Well, it's not so much that, but but every time when I push that button at 5 till, and then I get up and go get my coffee, it should time out, and in 5 minutes it will pop up that little welcome thing. And I don't know what happened. It quit doing it, and then I went and reset it. I thought, okay, after a while you have to tell it that you've got permission to do it and stuff. So I did that, and it worked, and I'm pretty sure it worked yesterday. Now today, because I sit here when I hit go live, I sit here and wait for that to pop up before I usually hit the intro button. And I just kept waiting and waiting. And I'm like, nah, it would have played by now. So it's past time. So I don't know what the heck is wrong with that stuff. Me and technology just don't get along that good these days. Clyde says, that's why it took me all week to restain the deck. Quit by noon. Well, that's a good plan. Do a little bit till it starts getting really hot, and then just quit. Yeah, that's a good plan. Oh man, did y'all see? I hate to even bring this up, but did y'all see the latest video that Ken put out over at Moon Pie Creations? That's scary. That's pretty scary. I haven't even watched it all completely from start to finish, because I saw that at the start, he's saying, if you're squeamish, you need to turn it off and stuff. And so then I grabbed the thing and kind of scrolled forward to get to the part where he's showing what happened. And man, that's a good reminder to everybody to really stop and think. And that old jointer he had looks like it was I don't know, it looked like it was an accident waiting to happen anyway. But hopefully he'll be recovered and not lose any dexterity or whatever. I don't know how bad it got him. From what he said, it got him pretty good. So anyway, just a little reminder, when you're out there in the heat and all this, keep your wits about you. Stay, stay sharp. If you don't think you're sharp, if you're hot and tired and stuff, just stop. Just quit. Do it again another day. There's nothing you can do out there in your shop. I don't care what it is. It's that important that you need to just press on and go, yeah, I'm not, just give it up and go cool off and get some rest and all that stuff. Got to stay sharp. Cause I've always said, the number one piece of safety equipment out there in your shop is right up here between your ears. So if you're not sharp and thinking right, you shouldn't be out there peeling around. So Mark says, yeah, that video surprised me. You can't get complacent in the shop. Nope, not even for a millisecond. And I'm sure as soon as he done it, he knew exactly, I messed up. I shouldn't have done that, but it's, it's too late then. You gotta, I don't know. It was just a kind of a bad video to watch. But, the reason people post videos like that is to make other people think, hey, it can happen to anybody. One little, and then not just with woodworking stuff too, just with anything. If you're uh, handling any kind of thing, it can. You got to be smart. Got to be thinking all the time. I got an email this morning from Harbor Freight. They sent me a bunch, they sent me one of their little sale thing, all this Father's Day stuff. We got Father's Day coming up Sunday, so they're pushing the Father's Day things. And of course, what's funny is in the list of stuff that they sent me in the email, there's that Portland pole saw that I've already got ordered, and it's got a coupon there. The number, save 14% off. It's regularly $69.99, and you can get the $10 off for $59.99. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And I still do not understand how when I signed back in, it all of a sudden it went down to $49.99. But I sure am glad it did, because let's see here. Clyde says I was cutting 3/4 by 3/4 in my miter saw. It spun and my finger is still sore. Yeah. I tell you, I hate to, and I'm not going to be that safety police guy that's always commenting, because I figure people are grown up, they can do what they want. But man, I watch a lot of videos and I see people do stuff, and I'm like, there is no way I would do what they do. It's not, and they're just making, they're out there to make a YouTube video, and it's not worth whatever they're making and whatever they think they're going to make off the video. It's not worth taking that chance. So, but I've seen people do a lot of stupid, dangerous things. And my thing is, the only way, like I used to see, I used to work around metal fabrication, so I always see stuff with press brakes. And I don't know if you know what a press brake is, but you got a punch and a die, and then you stick the metal in, and it comes down, bends it, that kind of thing. And I've seen people go to adjust the backstops, and they reach their hand right through the part where the punch and the die is. And I'm like, that's just, you're trusting the hydraulics of that press brake that it's not going to suddenly have a leak and drop down. I don't get it. But to me, the only way to guarantee 100% that you'll never get your finger cut off or something is to never put it in there. If you don't put it in there, you got a 100% chance that's not going to happen. But yeah, it might be a 1 in a million chance if you do stick it in there. But why even take that chance? I don't know. But yeah, gotta be safe and smart at the same time. Okay, Thomas is asking Clyde, what did you stain with? We use water logs, and it has peeled off in less than a year. Rob Schuster's in the house. Good morning, Rob. Clyde says he used Bear. I'm not sure what that's. Bear stain of some kind. I'm not sure. Solid, I guess. Okay. Clyde says last time I stained was 15 years ago. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. You got 15 years, uh, 15 years out of it. Rob says, once the camera is running, I am guilty of worrying about getting good video. And I am, and I think that means, and then I am not concentrating on the actual job. Bad things can happen when you don't concentrate on the job. Yeah. Yeah. That is 100% true. And you see it all the time, people taking risks to get the money shot. They want the money shot, and it ain't worth it to me. They can have that stuff. I don't get. And a lot of the times when I see some of the fancy things, it's like, man, you've seen it a million times on YouTube. It's to me anyway. I know other people are going, ooh, nah, that is so cool. And it just like the little stop motion thing that people do. Frank Howarth is a master at it. And it's great when he does it, but then you see all these other people do it, and it's like, just get on with the video. It's just that. At least that's the way I am. I want to see more of just leave all the fancy effects and stuff out of it. I don't care anything about that. Just show me what you're making. Let's see how you did it and how it looks at the end and all that is, I don't know. They all try to do that, but you have to stay focused and don't try anything sketchy. Yeah. 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 I see, like I said, I hate to sound like the safety police, but I see people all the time that are cutting something on their table saw that's this thick, but they've got their blade this high. And then they're using their hand to run between the blade and the fence, and I'm like, without a push stick, just I'm like, So anyway, yeah, Clyde, I imagine working in a place like Ford, I bet you have seen some crazy ones over the years. I used to work at a place called Lithonia Lighting for many years, and they were a manufacturer of what used to be the big deal in the U.S. They're not so much anymore, but they made all kinds of light fixtures and different things like that. And I remember one time we had a guy. They had these automatic presses, and Clyde, I know you probably know what I'm talking about, but they have a big spool of steel that you put on the back, you put it on a reel thing, and it would feed the stuff in, and you got the press and these dies, and it was all automatic. Every time that would come down and stamp out a part, when that press come back out, the part that would be cut off would fall off the front, and then that thing had grippers, and it would grip the sides of that sheet, and it would slide it up to cut another one. And I'll never forget, we had this young guy. Well, I guess it don't matter what his name is. I won't say his name, but anyway, we had a young guy. He was probably in his 20s, and these presses had a little, I don't know what you call it. It's like a little springy sensor type thing. So every time that part kicked out, it would flip that little sensor. And that let the machine know that the part was clear and that it was okay to come down again. Well, one time a part got hung up, and this guy, without thinking, he reached up in there to grab the part out of the way. And when he did, he bumped that sensor and bam. And it got him like he had nothing. It got him right up to the knuckles right there, and I'll never forget that because he went screaming, running around, and you know, of course, he got a little money out of it stuff, but there's no amount of money that's worth that. But uh, Rob says not a safety thing, but I was doing a glue up on video and totally screwed up because I did the process differently for the video. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be necessarily a safety thing. It's like you try to do something to make it really look good for the video, and then you go, "Well, I should have just stuck to what I knew worked or whatever." Yeah. Yeah, that's why I rarely show. Yeah, it's people show too much stuff. Like at the bandsaw or something, they'll show not one cut, but they'll show 13 of them. I'm like, well, just show one or two. We get it. We get. uh, yeah, some things just don't need to be seen. But anyhow, yeah, and of course, the other thing, since we're talking about safety stuff, main thing this weekend, is Father's Day weekend. You might be out trying out that new tool your kids got you or something if they buy you something. So just be careful, not only with the tool, but because of the heat. It's gonna be rough. And heat stroke and all that stuff is a real thing. It is a real deal. I remember one time back when I was really young and stupid. I mean, I'm still stupid, but not young anymore. But we decided to go play golf one time back when I used to play golf. And this is up in Indiana too. Just how long ago that was. And I went with my brother-in-law at the time, and we're playing golf and we're having a good time. And we're going, man, it's hot out here. And didn't really think nothing of it. Just kept right on playing, right on playing. And finally, it got to the point where I had sweat so much that I couldn't sweat anymore. I didn't have anything left. I was totally dehydrated. And then when a little bit of a breeze come, it would feel cold to me. And we finally had to quit. And they said, you know what? If you stop sweating and that's feeling cold, we got to get out of here. So I had to get on the golf cart and head back to the truck and get in the air conditioning and get some water and stuff. And then of course we watched the news later and found out that was the hottest day of the year or something for that. And we're stupid. Go, hey, let's go play golf. But uh, yeah, yeah, Mark. It's funny. I try to be a good, a good YouTube watcher, but sometimes when you see somebody like that, I'm like, all right, I'm out. Because they start cutting something. They're cutting something on a miter saw and they've got a stop set up. So they cut one and they pull it out and slide it over and cut another one. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's go. That he's not going to stop. I'm out. I just, I don't know. And a lot of times maybe it's somebody that's still kind of new at YouTube and doesn't understand that or whatever. But I like to watch too many videos now. I don't have time to sit you there and watch you cut, like you said, 45 boards. Just one or two. We get it. You got a nice miter saw or table saw or whatever it is. We get it. Yeah. Yeah. But anywho, let's see. Well, I got about 3 or 4 minutes left, I guess. Splitting wood is boring too. Yeah. Really, when you think about it, woodworking is boring. When you, I mean, seriously, when you, it's like CNC, CNC, woodworking, all that stuff is boring when you really think about what you're watching, because it's just repetitive stuff, and we've all seen it a million times. Uh, I like to do the rotary axis stuff because at least but it's boring. It's boring like everything else. The only thing you can do is do real, 5 seconds worth of stuff here and then blend it into 5 seconds that's several minutes later so that you can see it kind of come together and stuff like that. But man, even those, when I'm editing, I'm like, man, nobody's gonna watch this crap. It's boring. But I don't know. Maybe I've just been around so long and seen so many things that it really takes something new and shiny to get me to go, oh yeah, let's watch this, because it's Mark says when he watches a video, his finger stays on the cursor left arrow, ready to jump ahead 5 seconds. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, it's pretty bad because most of us here are woodworkers and or YouTubers, and we're all talking about how boring we are. But we are. It's the way it is. That is the way it is. Jack's back here snoring. Did y'all hear that? Sometimes he gets wound up really, really good back here snoring. He's laying right behind me. He's all stretched out. I can't even back my chair up. So, anywho, Mark, I'm probably going to not only send you the link for later, but I will also I'm probably going to send you an invite to be the team thing. See, I don't like the way StreamYard does it, and I hope they change it. But and I'm on the pro plan. I don't know what it is on the lesser expensive plans, but they have where you can have for free, or I won't say free, with the purchase of the pro plan, you can have 2 team members. Well, that's great, except they count me as one of them. So to me, it's basically like saying I can have one other one. So, I keep Ryan on there because he helps me do the Saturday night things. But then every time he says, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it," and then somebody else wants to fill in, I have to kick Ryan off, invite somebody new, and then when they're done, kick them back off and put Ryan back. And it's a pain in the butt. I wish they would give me at least 2 others besides myself. Now, they do have a thing where if you want to pay another $15 a month, you can get anywhere from 1 to 5 more. I think is the way it works. But I'm like, I'm not going to pay an extra $15 a month just to be able to have 2 different people other than myself on at the same time. That's just silly. But it is kind of pain in the butt to have to keep kicking somebody off and then inviting somebody else and then, keep going back and forth like that. But anyway, that's probably what I'm going to do today, because after being out there trying to set up different cameras and, I think I'm going to try to set up an overhead thing where people can see what's in the box and what I'm doing and stuff. I'm not going to be, it's not going to be easy for me to hit any of the buttons. And me, I love to show comments. I think that's one of the best features StreamYard ever put in their product, and a lot of other ones don't do it. Um, but I think it really keeps the audience engaged and um, stuff like that. So anyway, I will be sending you that thing. I'll probably be doing it here in just a minute too, as soon as I get off here. Let me go back and read these comments because I put that up there and I wasn't even. Rob said I try using the L button to move 10 seconds ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Mark says almost all my project videos are time lapses that are compilations of 5 to 10 second clips. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how much video you shoot and then how little you really use. But sometimes it's just easier to turn it on and let it roll and then just pick the little snippets out later on. Rob says, I always wondered why Ryan logged in as you. Yeah, see, before they started, I know my time's up here, but I'll finish this comment. Before they started the team thing, which everybody was after him to get that, the only way you could have a kind of a co-host type thing that could help you out pushing buttons and running the show kind of was if you gave them your password and let them sign in on your account. And that's not a good way to do things because you shouldn't trust anybody. I don't care how well you know them, because they would be in there where they can see everything. So then they came up with this team member thing, and you can add people and you can have them. They have right now, of course, I hadn't looked at it lately. I don't think they've changed it. But right now they have two options. You can make them where they're a co-host and they have a very limited amount of things they can do, or you can make them an admin, and an admin basically gives them all the permissions they can. If, for example, Ryan, I had him as a co-host for a while, and then I thought, no, he can't do this, and they don't have a category in between. So I made him an admin, and basically he can do everything I can do except pay my bill. And I keep telling him he can do that too if he wants. But yeah, so that's the way it works. But the downside is whenever he comments on when he puts a comment in StreamYard, which is the way I do it, because you put it in StreamYard and it shoots it over to Facebook and YouTube, wherever your destinations are, wherever you're broadcasting. But when he does it, since he's on my account, if he puts it through StreamYard, it shows up as me. And I wish they'd fix that too, because it's not like he's going to say anything that's out of the way or anything. And he usually puts his initials behind it. But I don't like that. It should be, if he comments, it should be clear that it's him talking and not look like it's me. But so the only other way you can do it is to have YouTube open also and comment directly to YouTube, because then it will show up as yourself. But anyway, enough about that. Clyde says, I'll have to watch it later, not live. Yeah, you may not even want to watch it. It's just going to be me pilling around in my shop doing an unboxing and an assembly. So you may not even care to watch it. And if you don't, that's fine. I don't care. I just like doing those kind of things out there. Piddling in my shop. Mark says, just let me know the time I'll be there. I have to work on the furnace fan this morning or later this afternoon. Well, okay. I'll go live at 3. And of course I'll do probably the little 5-minute countdown thing. So really anytime. Once I send you that thing and you say, yeah, you'll accept that, then you don't even have to have me pop you in. You can come in, because again, you be an admin. You can just come in when you want. That's why Ryan does. He doesn't have to Uh, he doesn't have to wait for me to click him in. Like I said, other than paying the bill and being able to see my credit card information, he can do everything that I can do on that. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think it had, but they were. Oh, and I saw you in the chat last Sunday night, Mark, and I've been bugging about that dark theme for a while now. And every time I quit asking him, because every time I ask him, Dan would always say, "Well, there's an app you can get," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, I don't have to get one for YouTube or Facebook. They have one. They have it. So get with it. That's the way I feel about it." But so I was glad to see somebody else ask about the dark mode theme, because I really want that. That will help a lot with people that wear glasses and have the glare and stuff like that. So Rob says he might be able to watch. All right, well, stop in and see us, Rob. Heck, you can come. You can come hang out on the thing if you want to. Mark will be there, and Sean said, I don't see him in here this morning, but he said, that's what I'm thinking. Facebook and YouTube and a bunch of others can do a dark mode within their particular app. So, you know, come on, let's get it going. But I've been bugging them for that for that, and I want a pause button when you're doing the record only, because that when I do those Design Spark mechanical videos, it's great for recording tutorial type videos where you're just sitting at the computer and do the screen share. All that works great, but it'd be nice if you go, okay, now I got to get more coffee, or got a cough or sneeze or whatever, so you can hit pause. But they don't have that. You just have to record it all and get all that stuff and then edit it out, or stop it and then create a new broadcast, which that is a pain to have to do that. So it'd be nice if they just had a pause button. So that and the dark mode, I bug them about all the time, but so far they haven't been doing it. So all right, let me get out of here. Everybody have a good weekend, and if you're not doing nothing this afternoon, if you're sitting inside in the air conditioning, cooling off, and want something to laugh at, come watch me put together this thing, because I'll be out there in the heat. And of course, if you're not doing nothing Saturday, come hang out with us, and maybe you'll win a genie bid or something. I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all later.